Right, hello, we are here to talk everything about spare tyres, the ultimate guide to spare tyres. Alright, so what is a spare tyre? Well, it pretty much is what it sounds like. It's an extra tyre. Most cars carry them, but to be honest, some don't. You should go check. Does your car even come with a spare tyre? There's full-size spares, which is an exact replica of the ones that you have. There are space savers or donuts, which are like smaller versions, thinner versions, which are obviously lighter. They can make smaller space for them so they fit easier into your car. Or there's no spare, which when you have a puncture, have fun with that. There are obviously options for where if you have no spare, but they're not great. And it also depends on what kind of tire, flat tire you've got. Is it a complete blowout, or have you just come out and there's a nail in it? In which case, there are a few things. A spare tire is basically just an extra tire, which we've got here. We're going to show you some things about it. Wham! Like and subscribe. So this is my spare tire in the trunk, in the boot. You normally find your spare tire down here. Sometimes if you have a big car like a Land Rover or Range Rover, you find it under the car, and if you really can't find it, sometimes it's on the back. This is my spare tire. You can tell it's a donut. I can immediately tell because the numbers are far too small. They're half the size of what they should be. Like, you'll notice it is much smaller than it should be as soon as we take it off and compare it. So let's get it out. Firstly, you just unscrew this bit, and this comes out, and there it is. God, it's not light. And look how thin that is. Some other things to be aware of. Donuts or spare tires normally, especially if it's a small one, has a maximum speed of 50 miles an hour. This is only designed to get you to the garage to have your main tire fixed. That's the difference between a full-size spare and one like this. But I'd still rather have this than no spare tire at all. So check your car. If there is space for a spare tire and you don't have one, go get one. I promise you there's nothing more embarrassing than being stuck at the side of the road and not having a spare tire and being rescued for it. All right, so this is the basics of what you get hopefully with this spare tire. You've got a jack. You've got something to remove your lug nuts. Sometimes you have a locking wheel nut as well. It's a unique one just for your car. Your lug nuts are metal, so if you notice that there's a little plastic covering, those have to come off. There are better kinds of jacks, which we'll talk about in another video. All right, so final thoughts on the spare tire. Just gotta remember it is a spare. It is not a long-term solution. It is literally designed to get you from wherever you're stranded to the garage or shop to have your main tire replaced. If your spare tire is a full-size spare, then you're fine. You can drive as long as you want. But these tires are much thinner, which decreases all performance in all aspects. So you'll have worse braking, you'll have worse acceleration, worse turning, especially if the weather's wet. Your car won't handle as well, which is a serious safety concern. If you do find yourself with a spare on your car, as I said, only temporary. Please don't drive on it for more than you have to. It is only to get you to where you can have your main tire replaced, and don't leave it longer than it should be. Like, get that tire replaced. And if you're looking for a new tire, you know where to find the best tires, or where the best reviews for tires are. Buy good tires. And if you want good tires, you know where to find them, because you're on WeTryTires.com, and we have the best things, links, subscriptions, money, affiliate codes. Please give us money.